got this on a sale they had, only $650. So we'll be trying this on the castback. Comes with all the wire and all that. Here it is, out of the box. One thing it's already noticed is it's a lot bigger than regular 4-barrel carburetor. It looks like it's quite a bit bigger in size. The 4-barrelness of it is really big. On the picture and stuff they advertise, they seem like they're a lot smaller looking, but a lot of people say it works, a lot of people say it don't work. So go ahead and just give an honest overview of this and tell you if it sucks or it's alright.
My city's good to tell you the tale. Everyone was left in the veil. My time won't come to an end. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done.
Today's video, gonna be installing this Asus EFI on this castback here. Reasons for trying to use this is just today's fuels. Old car's just sitting around with fuel in the carburetor bowls. It just starts gumming up if the car sits more than a month or two, and you're sitting there driving the car for a while after a couple months, and it takes a while for the carburetor to come back around. When it's in colder weather, harder to start, may foul a couple plugs here and there. Hopefully this will be able to be tuned to this motor here. It has a cam, headers, exhaust. It's pretty decent sized cam too. It's 224, 236 duration on a 110 lobe separation with 580 lift. So it's pretty big cam. So probably definitely not gonna self-learn everything like the Asus people claim. This has a lot of mixed reviews. Some people say they work, some people say they don't. I couldn't really find very much information on them, but the main reason I bought this was it was really cheap. It was only $650. They had like a Christmas sale or something they had going on, and went ahead and just got it. Might as well try it and see if it works out. As for the wiring and stuff, I like the way they have the ECU all by itself. It's just on this little box here. It's pretty nice how it's all just self-contained. You can go ahead and put it inside the car or on the firewall or somewhere just away from everything. That's pretty nice. Probably just end up putting it inside the car. That wire harness, it looks like it's pretty good. It's all labeled and everything, so should be pretty simple to wire it all in. If I believe right, it's like 3 or 4 wires you gotta hook up. Is the ground, the power, and the fuel pump wire, I'm thinking. I think that's all there is to it. I haven't got to read the label, the manual or nothing yet, so I don't know anything about that yet, but everything's pretty nicely packaged. For some reason, every single thing's labeled with Aces. I don't understand why everything has to be having their name on it. They even have a USB drive in here that has their logo on it. I guess they just went crazy or something. Even this bag here, they just wanted to put a label on everything. But I guess we'll get on to it and start trying to install it. Also going to have to, on this car, I'm going to end up just plugging this front fuel bowl here. And just running that one line to it. The returning everything is in the tank on this, so I'm just gonna run that 40 psi. I'm pretty sure is what they needed. I'll read the manual in a minute and see, but pretty sure it's 40 psi to the carburetor. And gonna have to swap out the fuel pump. Right now it has a lower pressure fuel pump on there, and gonna have to swap it out for a higher pressure one. Well, tried to put this Chinese unit on, but ended up screwing up the threads on there, and it broke the positive cable off inside there, and now I don't run. So just going to end up using the one I had on there. Just going to put it back on and see if it puts out enough pressure. It's just a 200 or 135 liter per hour Walbro pump. It's supposed to only be rated for 15 psi, so I guess we'll see if it will support 45 psi. Here's a comparison of the butterflies between the two. This right here is a Summit 750. It was on the car. It ran pretty decent, but the only problem I had with it is when the car was hot, it would, like when you have the car turned off, it would sit there and drip fuel into the engine until the fuel bowls are completely dry. And when you go start the car, it'd be flooded out, and you'd have to floor to the floor for it to ever start. Because it drained the whole entire fuel bowl into all the cylinders. And then you start and have valve plugs and everything else. But other than that, this carburetor is really good. It had really good throttle response. It ran good, ran really well. But went ahead and just, yeah. Okay, the difference between these two, the butterflies on the Aces unit just a little bit bigger than that Summit 750. On the Summit 750, they're like inch and 5/8. On this, they're about inch and 11/16. So just a little bit of difference. But as you can see, they are just a little bit bigger. So there could possibly be a performance gain to this also. Maybe. The carburetor that's on the car now is 650 off my brother's OBS F-150. It had been sitting a while and everything, and went ahead and tried that after noticed the other carburetor sitting there draining the fuel bowls into the engine. And tried this unit, but it had been sitting so long that the fuel bowls are all gummed up and everything, and it's going to require a rebuild kit anyways. So instead of buying the rebuild kit and everything to rebuild this carburetor here, I just went ahead and bought that Aces unit, and I'm going to go ahead and try that. See if it can cure all these gummed up fuelness. Here's the installation instructions. It's real simple. Ain't much to it. It's on there. Everything works just like it did before. All this went on there. It's just like the carburetor I had. So apparently it's the same thing as a Holly is. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get to the wiring and figure out how I'd like to run it. Got all of it wired. To wire it has a ground, solid power wire, got ignition wire, fuel pump, and coil wire, and that's all there is to the wiring on these. And just got it all set up. Now I just got to set up the setting and stuff and get it ready and see if it will run. Well, everything is hooked up. It's temporary light, don't have no AN fittings and stuff, but it should be enough just to run it. Or see if it even runs.
Got the coolant sensor, the O2 sensor. Bumped the fuel pressure up to 40 psi ish. We don't have a real good gauge either, so ran the
has ignition wire to the coil.
And that. And, we hadn't hard mounted anything yet. We just want to see if these things will actually work, because there has been so many mixed reviews on these. So here we go, first start. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and just prime it, I guess. Yeah, let's see if these fire, I guess. Yep, they all 4 fired. Yeah, I guess give it a whirl. Well, that was something. I guess try again. I would cycle the key again and let it prime. Try again. It's a lot of fuel, but I don't think it's like when you're cranking on it, I don't think it's shooting any fuel. No, it's not shooting any fuel while you're cranking on it, so it ain't gonna start.
A few moments later.
Well, I was going to show you first start on this, but we accidentally wound up starting it by accident. The reason we wasn't getting it to kick off earlier is our fuel pressure is down like 5 psi. Just the regulator fired right up. I don't know how this unit knows because they don't have fuel pressure fuel pressure sensor or nothing. So I'm not sure how it knew, but it knew we didn't have the fuel pressure that it wanted. So it wanted to fire the pump, it wanted to fire the unit. So we didn't get the first start on camera because it just kind of happened by accident, but as soon as you hit the key, it fired right up.
Got the very steady hot. Hood clearance may be another thing you might think about before getting one of these. I had a 3-inch air filter on there, and I had when I originally was getting an air filter, I went ahead and got a 2-inch one, and I'm able to use it on here with the 1-inch carb spacer or air cleaner spacer, and it fits just right, and still the hood's still closed and everything. So that's one thing to also consider. One of these are a bit taller, and a drop base air cleaner just doesn't work on them because how wide the body of the air carburetor is. So hey, it's next day. It's only 37 today, so I guess we'll see if it'll start in the cold. Maybe it's first start. See if it'll start in the cold. That much, but it looks like it does run. Make another video on seeing how this thing works driving around and everything, but as for now, everything just roughly hooked up. Just want to see if it all works out. gonna be it for this video, guys. And I'll catch you in the next one.